I took this battery out into the garage and I cut it open. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these bolts off and get the wires and everything off, get the lid off, and then pull this out of the case so we can check it out. All right, so I was able to get these cells out. It came out rather easy. It had some sticky pad at the bottom, if you see that down there. But, you know, still pretty standard case. This is the lid on this one. They have the foam attached to the top of the lid here. So it just stays on the lid, and then you've got your 2 bolt ears here to create the little terminals, the lug points. 1 7-gauge positive, 2 10-gauge negatives. That creates the positive and negative for the battery. And then I cut this so we can just pop the hood here. It's got your standard 4 cells here. You can see the welds up underneath here. And let's see what this BMS is. All right, a little bit different BMS than I normally see. It is a 100 amp. So a little bit different BMS than I'm typically see in this price range of battery. This may be a better BMS. I'm not 100% sure. This looks like the model number here. Let me know down in the comments if you know anything about this BMS. I'm assuming all of these BMSs are about the same quality. They're just different ratings when it comes to, you know, the ampage that they'll put out. But it does look nice and clean, packaged well. It is wrapped in this plastic shell, so that was nice. Battery box is pretty clean, easy to open up. Looks like it's going to be easy for me to put it back together. Probably going to be limited by these positive and negative wires. And the BMS is a 100 amp BMS. So it's going to be limited by whatever this will turn off at and what its peak power will be. So you do have your temperature probe here. And it's wired on. It looks like it's soldered onto there. And it's pushed down into the battery cells underneath there. And then you've also got your equalizer wires here, and they're glued in to keep them from coming undone. So yeah, and all the bolts and everything that are put in have had the glue on them. You know, they shouldn't have a problem with them coming loose or anything like that. Only ones I don't see glue, it looks like on these, but they also do look like they have lock washers. So yeah, I think quality-wise, it's a good battery. Capacity test well. I don't know what this BMS will peak out at, but it did do a fine job in the capacity test when I was, one, trying to get all of the power out of this, but when the AC unit that I had on this during the capacity test, when that compressor motor would kick on, it would get, you know, above 100 amps, and this battery took it with no problem. So I'm assuming it will peak, you know, at least above 100 amps. But, you know, for longevity of your battery, you want to keep it at 100 amps or below anyway. So if you're looking to make a good battery bank, this probably is a pretty good battery. So I hope all this information was helpful. If it was, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I appreciate y'all watching. Take care.